So over the last 7 days, the crypto market has performed very well. We're seeing that Bitcoin's price is eyeing its highest weekly close in over a month. Bitcoin exchange reserves are at all-time record lows, and people are finally starting to pour a little bit more money back into altcoins. So if you're a crypto investor, we're going to talk about everything you need to know in a short, concise, no BS piece of content. So let's jump right in, starting off with Bitcoin and the overall market. So right now we're seeing that Bitcoin's price is in this ascending triangle pattern. If you're looking at technical analysis and that's your thing, we can look at the charts right now and see a couple of very important things. The first is that Bitcoin's price did retest this upper level, this downward trending blue resistance line at the top right here. You can see that Bitcoin's price touched this line before seeing another correction back down. So over the next couple of days, week to week and a half, it's going to be very important to see that Bitcoin's price either stays in between this ascending triangle or is able to break towards the upside. And we've talked about price predictions in other videos, what is going to happen if we do break above it. But just to recap, if we do break above this line and we can stay above it, well, then we're very well going to be seeing a retest of that $46,000 per coin range for Bitcoin. Next thing I want to talk about, though, is going to be Bitcoin and really just overall sentiment in the market. Right now, we're seeing that Bitcoin is eyeing its highest weekly close since early February, as it's right around $42,000 per coin. And if you're looking at the weekly charts, we'll change this to weekly, you can see that Bitcoin right now is having its first week in a while where it's significantly in the green, up about 9% over the last 7 days. And the last time we saw this was right around January 31st, 2022. So the sentiment in the market is really starting to turn around, which is all a great sign. Next thing I want to talk about is going to be with El Salvador, because El Salvador has been talking a lot about Bitcoin adoption, what's been going on since they made Bitcoin legal tender, and a couple of new reports came out, one of which is very revealing as to what the country is doing with Bitcoin. And that is that 14% of Salvadoran businesses have transacted in Bitcoin, according to a new report from the Chamber of Commerce. And only 337 companies were surveyed in this report. But the important thing here is that since early 2021, mid-2021, we've already seen more than 10% of businesses in El Salvador use Bitcoin. Many of them say this hasn't made a huge difference in their business, but it is a start. And this is also something that the president of El Salvador has come out and said he's expecting only more adoption to take place throughout 2022. He came out on Twitter, came out with a couple of predictions. He says he thinks Bitcoin is going to reach $100,000 per coin. 2 more countries are going to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. And there's going to be a number of other big developments and positive bullish outlooks for Bitcoin over the next 12 months. Next thing I want to talk about is going to be what's going on with Cardano, because Cardano has had a lot of exciting stuff happen over the last couple of days since we last spoke about it. First thing is going to be that Charles Hoskinson came out in a recent interview and said some very interesting things about Cardano. The first is which he says Cardano will have the same type of performance as Solana by the end of the year. And he says that right now what we're seeing is that there are a lot of updates coming to Cardano this year that are going to help it improve scalability and help it improve efficiency and just help it so more people are actually using the Cardano ecosystem. Second thing he said is that in terms of sustainability, he said you'd like to see a system that operates like as it operates, it gets more efficient. And he says it gets more scalable. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Cardano. We're seeing this with its TVL, which we'll go over in a minute, but over time we've been seeing its TVL grow exponentially as more updates come out for the Cardano ecosystem, more projects are able to be launched, more projects are able to take advantage of benefits of Cardano, and that's exactly what we're seeing. And the third thing he said in this interview is with regard to self-determination. He says this self-determination is unique to Cardano and a few others like Tezos, because what they have is they have a governance layer. So he says you hold data, you can vote, and you can participate in the governance of the system. So this helps to determine where Cardano is going in the future, some big decisions that are made, and this is something that is very important for decentralization and for Cardano's future. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about Cardano's TVL, because its TVL is continuing to reach record high after record high, and right now it's at $272.2 million. And the interesting thing here is that we've seen a complete flip, a complete switch in its number one largest DApp on Cardano's ecosystem. Previously, it had been SundaeSwap for months and months, but now we're seeing that MinSwap has overtaken SundaeSwap as the number one DApp on Cardano's ecosystem. So this is very exciting. If you're invested in Cardano, we're seeing that it's not just SundaeSwap that can succeed. There are a lot of other projects that have come out and are starting to be very successful on attracting users, attracting money, and just developing on Cardano's network. Last thing I want to talk about is going to be another DeFi project, layer 1 crypto, that we've talked about quite a bit on the channel, and that is Kadena. So Kadena recently had a huge announcement come out, and that is that they are officially available on DeFi Llama. So Kadena is one of the projects that I am most bullish on, and what we're seeing is that now you're able to track projects and the growth of the Kadena ecosystem. Right now, it's only at a $7.1 million TVL, which is fairly low, very low in relative to other layer 1 cryptos. But this is a big step that it is listed on DeFi Llama. We're going to continue to see more projects being built on it. And we've even seen Kadena recently get listed on Binance just about a couple days ago on early March 2022. So now that it's listed on Binance, now that you can track all the data on DeFi Llama, and a lot of talks about Coinbase listing Kadena, I'm expecting big things from Kadena over the coming months, especially as more people start to build on its ecosystem. So anyways, that's what's going on with the crypto market. Let me know your thoughts on everything going on, but I hope you enjoyed today's short, concise video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.